G'day everyone, welcome to Tab's Set of Six, Anzac Day Round Edition. Anthony Minichiello, how good is it to play on Anzac Day? You did it plenty of times for the Roosters.
Oh, it's the best. Such a privilege to play on that day. And I remember back in 2002 when it first started, it was just us and the Dragons. Now they've added the Melbourne Storm and the Warriors. And yeah, it's just a great day to play. Always a full house, and there's going to be a bit of feeling, that's for sure.
Gee, your tips have been going well too. You had your
Roosters
right to win last week.
I?
The Binnell wins. You binned all the three teams, the struggling teams, the Panthers, Newcastle and Brisbane. They all lost. Player watch was Clint Gutherson. You're flying.
Oh, well, I started a little bit slow, didn't I? Now I'm just sort of warming into the season, so hopefully continue on.
First tackle, let's get into it. 6 tackles, a minute each tackle, and Anzac Day. The Roosters and the Dragons. Fascinating contest. You got your premiership favourites coming off that great win against the Melbourne Storm in Golden Point. The Dragons all of a sudden have won 4 in a row. Where's that come from? They've won 3 of those by 2 points or less.
They have. They've won the tight ones. So, look, no matter where the team sit in the ladder, when it comes around to Anzac Day, you know you got to play for 80 minutes. There will be feeling and ferocity in the game, full house. So I think it's going to be a close one.
Luke Keary's out. Latrell Mitchell at 6. That'll change the combinations. How much does it affect the Roosters?
Oh, look, I think it affects us a bit. You've seen the form that Keary's been in all year. It's been outstanding. He's been like a puppet pulling the strings. So I think that was a big loss for us.
Manu and Orbison named in the centres with Latrell moving into the halves. And the Dragons, why have they been able to turn it around after looking pretty average the first couple of weeks?
Well, you look at their past 2 seasons, they've started on fire and then sort of fell away. So I don't know if they've tweaked their pre-season to start a little bit slower and then build into the season. It's going to be interesting.
Let's go to our second tackle, the other Anzac Day match, the Melbourne Storm. I'm pitying the Warriors here. They haven't won on Anzac Day since 2014, taking out on a Storm side, coming off a loss. It's rare you see them lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, you're right. I think the Storm will get home. But traditionally over, I don't know, the past sort of 8 or so years, the Warriors go all right against the Storm. They've pulled some big games in semi-final games out of them.
We always remember that one semi-final.
I do. That's what I'm thinking of.
Time,
That's the one I'm thinking of. But I think the Storm, they're too clinical.
Yeah, 13 plus there, $1.80 for the Melbourne Storm. The Warriors, what's happening over there? A loss at home against the Cowboys last week.
Yeah, I tipped the Warriors. A little bit disappointing. There's some individual brilliance from Roger and the guys that of the like, but I think their team performance in the end, it's been hurting them in defence.
Let's now go to bin or win. We're going to focus on some away teams travelling this week. Starting off with the Cowboys. Can they beat the Bulldogs? Coming off that win in New Zealand, the Bulldogs were a bit better against South, struggled in attack. Bin or winning the Cowboys. This one's at ANZ.
I'm winning for the Cowboys. I'm going to put this in the win basket. I think the Bulldogs attack, struggling.
Souths, will they continue Penrith's woes? A lot going on off the park at Penrith there, but they're there at Friday night. And 4 of the past 5 between these two decided by 4 or less.
I'm going to bin this. I think the Panthers can win. I think they can come out and win under pressure.
Okay, now let's go to the Titans. Ryan James out for the season with an ACL. Will they continue their momentum after beating the Knights against the wounded Tigers coming off a huge loss?
Huge loss for the Tigers. I think the Tigers will bounce back. So I'm going to bin this. And Ryan James, he's an integral part of their team and he's out. So, bin.
Cronulla, will they further expose the Broncos' problems travelling to Suncorp?
No, I think the Broncos will win at home. I'm going to bin this and Broncos to win.
Okay, 4th tackle. So same game multi is now live with Tab, and you got to go to Anzac Day here. Mini a same game multi and the big one between the Roosters and the Dragons. What do you like
let's
here?
Let's go to the first game. I'm going to go Roosters won the 12 into under 40.5.
Not many points.
Not many points. Yeah, it's all traditionally close games. Under 40.5, that gives you $4.40.
Were you playing in 2012 when Ben Cray scored? They scored 2 tries in the last.
I was.
Gee, that would have hurt.
That did hurt, yes. Oh, no, we were up by 12 points with, I think it was 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they scored 2 late tries.
Yeah, so anything can happen, but I'm going to go for an under 40.5.
Sorry to bring that up. Let's go to player watch now. And the Raiders, I wonder how many would have picked they'd be 5-1. They've always had the makings of a good squad, just their consistency. But player watch, these Englishmen, how good are they going? John Bateman.
They are killing it. I've watched Bateman over the last few weeks and, man, he's had spiders on him. He's not a big lad either. He's just a normal guy that actually has got some great footwork and he's breaking some tackles, scoring some tries. Let's put the player watch on him this week, I think, again.
$15 in our Dally M market. Elliot Whitehead there, and Josh Hodgson, the other English player. We know his class. He's $51. Who would have thought he would have been longer than Bateman at this stage? But can they really make a splash this season? We saw sort of the Roosters and the Storm really probably put a gap on the other teams based on what we saw last week between those two clubs.
What we haven't seen from the Raiders in the past is consistency. And I think this season they've shown a bit of consistency. If they can keep that up and keep grinding out the wins, I think a couple of years ago they lost sort of 8 or 10 games by 4 points or less. They're winning those tight games, and that will build their confidence. So I like the Raiders.
Okay, let's now go to Golden Point. This is our bets of the round. Mini, what game are you going to?
Look, I'm going the Tigers minus the 2.5.
Oh.
No, I think they're going to bounce back. I know Madge, the
What
way he
happened on
coaches.
Monday?
What happened? That was an awful performance. But traditionally after a team gets beaten like that, they're embarrassed. I think they're going to come out and really give it a good shot. So Tigers minus the 2.5.
Tigers at the minus to beat the Titans. I'm with you with the Panthers. I think that they can. They were pretty good against the Sharks last week for about 60 minutes, and then obviously the Sharks ran over the top of them.
Yep.
So I reckon Panthers into Panthers, the half full double, you're getting around the 340 mark there at home against the Bunny. The Bunnies haven't been that convincing Friday night footy, so I agree there.
You're right, I agree with that. That's a good one.
Probably back everything else. Thanks for joining us, Minnie, as always. Can't wait for Anzac Day footy. You can find Tab's set of 6 on the Tab blog. Good luck, punters.